You are about to enter the debate stage of Judge Judith Scheinman. The nominees are real. The questions are real. The topics are final. This is her debate. This is Judge Judy.
Step up, please. When was the last time you filed tax returns?
I filed a 104-page, essentially financial statement of sorts.
How do I know that? How did I know to ask such a good question?
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted. As soon as she releases them, I will release my tax returns.
I made a mistake using a private email.
That's for sure.
And if I had to do it over again, I would obviously do it differently. But I'm not going to make any excuses. It was a mistake, and I take responsibility for that.
Foolish and ridiculous.
We have a president that can't sit them around a table and get them to approve something, but we have no leadership. And honestly, that starts with Secretary Clinton.
She was not present when it happened. She didn't even know what was going on.
We had the worst financial crisis, the Great Recession, the worst since the 1930s.
Don't take any water.
Because of tax policies that slashed taxes on the wealthy, failed to invest in the middle class, took their eyes off of Wall Street, and created a perfect storm. Well, I hope
you called it the gold standard of trade deals. You said it's the finest deal you've ever seen.
No.
And then you heard what I said about it, and all of a sudden you were against it.
When were you lying, madam?
I know you live in your own reality, but that is not the fact.
I've asked you when you were lying.
I did say I hoped it would be a good deal.
Now you can take a drink.
I concluded it wasn't. Let's be sure we have affordable child care and debt-free college. How are we going to do it? We're going to do it by having the wealthy pay their fair share.
Madam, I don't believe you.
Donald was one of the people who rooted for the housing crisis. He said back in 2006, gee, I hope it does collapse because then I can go in and buy some and make some money. Well, it did collapse.
That's called business, by the way.
You're a moron. You are a moron. You are an example of why people should have to take tests before they're allowed to have children.
When I was Secretary of State, we actually increased American exports globally 30%.
I haven't done it in 30 years or 26 years.
Maybe between the two of you, as marginal a human being as she is, maybe she's more capable of raising them.
Somebody who's been very vicious to me, Rosie O'Donnell, I said very tough things to her, and I think everybody would agree that she deserves it, and nobody feels sorry for her.
You're an idiot!
And Hillary, I just ask you this. You've been doing this for 30 years. Why are you just thinking about these solutions right now? For 30 years you've been doing it, and now you're just starting to think of solutions.
Well, actually,
I will bring back jobs.
Woo, okay. I have a feeling that by the end of this evening, I'm going to be blamed for everything that's ever happened.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Have you ever been psychiatrically hospitalized?
Hey, there's nothing crazy about not letting our companies bring their money back.
There were some Iranian sailors on a ship in the waters off of Iran, and they were taunting American sailors who were on a nearby ship. He said, you know, if they taunted our sailors, I'd blow them out of the water and start another war. That would not good judgment.
You're a moron! And you still don't even get it. You still don't get it.
The worst part of what we've heard, Donald...
Hey, let's not play with each other.
We have an architect in the audience who designed one of your clubhouses at one of your golf courses. It's a beautiful facility. It immediately was put to use, and you wouldn't pay what the man needed to be paid, what he was charging you.
Maybe he didn't do a good job, and I was unsatisfied with his work.
So he said to you, no, that's not the deal that we made. I have to have this much money. And you said what to him?
Look, it's all words. It's all sound bites. I built an unbelievable company. When Secretary Clinton talks about people that didn't get paid, first of all, they did get paid a lot. but taking advantage of the laws of the nation. Now, if you want to change the laws, you've been there a long time, change the laws. But I take advantage of the laws of the nation.
Fool.
I think my strongest asset, maybe by far, is my temperament. I have a winning temperament. I know how to win.
You are so obnoxious. I can't tell you. You know, you have to be a nice person, because if you're not a nice person, like I am, you end up being a loser. That's what you end up being, a loser. You take advantage of people, you end up being a big-time loser.
So a man who can be provoked by a tweet should not have his fingers anywhere near the nuclear codes, as far as I think anyone with any sense about this should be concerned.
That line's getting a little bit old, I must say. Listen,
It's a good one, though.
I would like to,
well describes the problem.
It's not an accurate one at all.
There's something wrong with the two of you, other than being fibbers. Do I make myself clear? Step out.